A warm welcome to you all. My name is Nicholas Chimhete, level 22 student in radio, television, and multimedia production. So I'm going to be talking about a sustainable development. So in sustainable development, the word sustainable, it actually means the ability to preserve and conserve, be it our natural resources, be it minerals that we have here, maybe is it in Shawani, we have gold, we have asbestos. So that is the meaning of the word sustainable, meaning to sustain, meaning to preserve, so that other people may be able to benefit in future generations to come. And the word development, it actually means to create something into existence. For example, if there is an exploitation of minerals, let's say in Shawani, it means say the company or who might have exploited that mineral must develop the area surrounding Shawani, whereby be it in infrastructure development, whereby there is construction of roads, building some clinics, and so forth. So when you combine these two words, it means sustainable development. I mean to say there are three pillars of sustainable development. That is economic development, environmental development, and social development. Those three pillars, they must be combined. They must be combined together to form development sustainability. So when you're talking about economic sustainability, is now the ability of whereby if we have got let's say a national park here in Shawani, that national park must be able to lure some foreigners from outside the country to bring in foreign currency. So that is tourist attraction. And if we're talking about environmental sustainability, this is whereby if we have got let's say there was Shaban mine, they was operating some few years back. That company was not supposed to be producing let's say harmful products. Let's, for example, that might cause air pollution. Means say there's some wasteful gases from that company. So that's environmental sustainability. The third and final stage of developing sustainability is the social sustainability, whereby if a company opens in an area, there must be social justice and equality, whereby the people around that area must be able to benefit from that company, be it through the creation of jobs and also the construction of roads, of schools and clinics. So the word sustainable development is just a word in itself, but it means so many things. So now I'm going to be talking about the hindrances to economic sustainability. These are the factors that can contribute to the failure of economic sustainability, be it in a location, in a country, or even regional. So the first point I'm going to talk about is political instability. This is when there are two different forces in a country, one from the ruling party and two from the opposition party. For example, during the 2018 to 2023 harmonized election, I think that was last year, in Zimbabwe, there was a political instability after the announcement of the elections, declaring that President Emerson Mnangagwa had won the election, but Nelson Chamisa was disputing those results from ZEC, saying that he instead had won the election. So that political tension between the people from ZANU-PF and the people from CCC by then can cause political instability that can lead to chaos and also some unnecessary demonstrations. So this can cause to an inadequate economic sustainability, whereby people will now be focusing more on the political side than on the issue to do with contributing to an adequate economic sustainability. Then we move on to the education skills, whereby if a company lacks some educational qualities in that area, for example, in Zimbabwe here, I'd like to make some examples here locally so that maybe it can help some other people out there. In Zimbabwe, for example, during the operations of the Shabani mine here in Shawani, if that company lacked some educational skills on how to operate, let's say some dump trucks, on operating some heavy machineries in that company wasn't going to be that successful as it is well known for. So the third point which I'm going to be talking about is the regulatory barriers. There are many laws which governs the economic side, because the economic sector in Zimbabwe, when you're talking about laws, I think for instance we can easily jump to the issue to do with taxation in Zimbabwe. So the Reserve Bank, under the leadership of Professor Mutuli introduced that 2% tax system, and this 2% tax system to some small and medium enterprises companies, it was heavy for them to operate, because the money that they were required by that 2%, it was too much for them. So this is one of the hindrance, or one of the barrier to economic sustainability, whereby this tax system was a major burden for some companies. And we move on to the fourth and final point on the factors that can cause on the limitations of economic sustainability. We have got some cultural activities. Cultural activities can cause some hindrances to economic sustainability, whereby, for example, I think also in 2018, there was this company, is still operating nowadays, the Den Dairy company. The Den Dairy company located an area in Chimhete, and they were supposed to move the people around that area. And that area, they were supposed to plant some grass. They were supposed to farm there was going to be a plantation of grass so that they could feed their cattle. And the main problem here was that they were supposed to move people around that area and relocate them to another area. For them, they wanted to improve their growth in that company, but due to some cultural norms and values of the people from Chimhete, this was to no avail, because the people of Chimhete said that we are not going to leave our forefathers here and move to a new place because of just a company, which is supposed to plant some grass here. So that can cause the limitations of economic sustainability in a country. So here now, the second part is, okay, I'm going to be talking about the hindrances to social sustainability. There are many points here, but I'm just going to talk about maybe 3 major points. The first point is about lack of social justice and inequality, whereby if a company is to operate in a certain area, there must be social justice and equality, whereby that company, right, must produce or must create some jobs for the people around that area. Then the second point is the engagement. Now, that same company again must be able to be in a state whereby it can engage different people, be it in that area or in the neighborhood areas, whereby there must be social engagement, whereby it can even search for the cultural side of that area, and even some heritage sites of that area, so that they can understand some rules and regulations that will be governing that area. And the third and final point is the issue to do with cultural sensibility, the ability to know cultural differences among the people, whereby the company must be able to know some cultural activities in that area, so that there won't be a collision between the company and the people.